Today we're doing a ride along with my good friend Josh in his 1969 Camaro.
Buckle up, brother. Right here.
When did you buy this?
2004. I bought this.
What kind of work have you done personally?
Built motor, transmission, suspension. So far, that's it.
Do you know how many previous owners?
I don't. I'm sure there's a few since 1969. Not 100% sure, but first car you've been in that's been old?
Yeah. These things are timeless though, they've aged very well.
Like wine and women.
So explain this to me. Sequential gears?
No, this is just the transmission's a turbo 350, but you have the option of actually letting it shift on its own or shifting it manually, even though it's an automatic.
Wow.
So it's an automatic and manual valve body.
That's a lot better than that manumatic shit we got in the new cars now.
True.
No flappy paddles like that shitty Camaro. This road, they fixed this road up actually.
Yeah, I'm only halfway though.
Yeah, that's kind of a bitch. Good old Williams. Chirping second. The interior is surprisingly clean.
That's in good shape. It's not perfect, but it's in pretty good shape. You can see what the highest RPM that you shifted at was. It just flipped the switch. So you can see if you're shifting too early, too late.
How many does it go up to?
Well, this is limited to 6,000 or 6. So 6,000 RPM because there's a chip in the ignition box that limits the motor depending on what I put in there for a chip to a certain RPM. So it's almost like a fail-safe protection, you know?
Why have you limited it to 6?
Because really the motor is built to go, say, to 6,500 for its safest maximum.
That's what it redlines at?
Yeah.
Stock?
Basically, yeah.
Oh.
Well, not stock, with the heads that I have on the car.
Oh.
You know, so you don't want to over rev it. So by putting it at 500 RPM below what the actual safest maximum RPM is, then just kind of safeguarding against any potential failure. You know.
Hey, you can still have crazy fun with $6 grand.
Oh yeah, that was only 5.5. You got another 500 RPM to go. It screams.
I am a fan of this though. That is really cool.
I'll show you what it drives like without shifting
manual
like
shifting.
Yeah. It's a lot more boring. So you should be able to tune vacuum and everything on the carb valve that goes essentially from the transmission to the carburetor, vacuum pressure to raise your shift RPM, even when you leave it in drive like it is now.
So you've like completely tuned this whole transmission system.
Yeah, the transmission's fully rebuilt, but it could be adjusted a little bit better because it doesn't actually shift at as high of an RPM that I'd like it to, you know?
Yeah, no, I hear you, but hey, this thing's still a work in progress, isn't it?
Of course, always is. How are you looking? Good.
So how many gears does it go?
It's a 3-speed, so it's just first, second, third. Where the newer transmissions in a generation after that, well, a couple generations after this, they went to a 4-speed.
3-speed, that's kind of abnormal.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Well, it's 3-speed automatic. That's what typically, like this, a turbo 350. They make a bigger transmission that's capable of holding more power. They call that a turbo 400. That is a bigger transmission, more stout transmission. That's better for like big block cars. You know, this is a small block, so.
Wow.
The big block cars make a lot more torque, so you have to have a more, you know, strengthened transmission. So those are 3 speeds as well. Actually, before that, a lot of racers used to put in what they call a power glide transmission. That's a 2-speed. That's a 2-speed transmission. So the nice thing about that is you're literally only shifting once. You go from first gear to second gear, and that's it. You know what I mean?
So does that limit your top speed to as much as the tachometer can go to in third?
Well, yeah, of course. Of course, it depends on what kind of rear end gear ratio you're running and all that stuff, you know what I mean?